get the request from my clients, what is my daily morning mindful meditation practice like? And can I offer any tips on setting up one? I believe that creating that space first thing in the morning, that morning routine, sets my day off on a peace-filled, empowering, positive way. Now, sure, there's some days that are better than others. Some days I wake up and I have tasks that I'm not looking forward to doing, or I feel overwhelmed by the number of tasks I have. But it's very easy to be peace-filled when you're in those positive moments, but a little bit more challenging when you're not. And whether the challenge comes as a physicality, like maybe you wake up and you don't feel so good, you didn't have a good night's sleep, or maybe you have worrisome thoughts on your mind and you're immediately going to a negative thought pattern. You have stressors. You're anticipating things in your day. Your list is huge. It is in those days that I feel that challenge to find time to sit and be still and cultivate a even just optimistic or hopeful or neutral state of being is vitally important. It's imperative in those days to have already established a habit and have a habit in place so that it's no different than you wouldn't even think of walking out of the house without brushing your teeth, right? So I encourage you to really take that time for self. And you can start with something small. It doesn't have to be lofty, but it does have to be consistent. And that's where you're going to create a space that supports hopefulness, positivity, even just neutrality and an acceptance of what is. The courage to greet the day. These higher vibrations, if you will, because we know I'm all about vibration. Every emotion, every thought carries a vibration. I'm a big proponent of that. So, do I want to greet my day with a contracted emotion, contracted vibration, or something that's energetic? So, to begin with, what's a space? So let's talk about the space itself. What feels comfortable for you? It needs to be a spot that's inviting for you to sit in. It feels comfortable. And I keep it simple. It doesn't have to be some lavish meditation space. I encourage it to just be a place that feels good. Free of distraction. So if there's lots of high traffic, not a good place. Like if there's lots of people moving around, if there's lots of clutter. My particular space is filled with plants. I love plants. I love the energy that plants bring. And my chair is a chair, a comfy chair that was my father's smoking chair. And we've had it reupholstered, and it's just a cozy, it gives me like a bear hug. I feel warm and safe in this chair. This chair is my favorite place to meditate. It's my favorite place to read and journal. And I also believe if you set the intention to always visit that space for your stillness practice, it holds a vibration. It creates a feeling that even energetically, I sit in this chair and I go, whoo. So I encourage you to just something simple. And maybe some of the things I'm saying you're not able, like it's not able to just be a chair that only you sit in. That's a-okay. But these are just food for thought. I like my space has lots of light, sunlight. So that's another, lots of windows. And then now let's talk about the actual practice. I begin by first, right when I wake up, I go and get my cup of coffee. I love my coffee, could be tea. And I take a moment to engage my senses, really wake me up, right? So I go, I get my cup of coffee, I come to my chair, and I anchor in to the present moment. I engage my senses. I feel myself seated in the chair. I smell my coffee. I embrace the present moment's silence. I might hear something outside, but I'm engaging my senses, what I hear, see, smell, tactile, really bringing myself in, and I celebrate waking up. I'm very fortunate. I have good health. I don't have aches and pains. So I immediately celebrate and appreciate my good health. So I encourage you to reach for something that's easy for you to appreciate and celebrate first thing in the morning. Pick something that's just easy for you to celebrate. It's also all about just being present, just being in this present moment, focused on the present moment with an attitude of curiosity and non-judgment towards self. I see you, Nancy. I hear you, Nancy. I love you just the way you are kind of attitude. Notice I'm saying my name. You would place your name there. And some days will feel easier to embrace this, and appreciation is easy. Other days it may be a struggle, but it's choosing compassion towards yourself and taking the time to just be with yourself. Good and bad days. Just the best of your ability, you're reaching for something that feels good, that's easy to celebrate. Okay? Now, do your best to not reach for your phone first thing in the morning, right off the bat. But again, find your own routine. That's what I choose. I do my best to just take a few moments for self, maybe 10 minutes, just drinking my coffee, talking to God, because that's what I'm comfortable with. I'm setting the intention to be a vessel of love and light. But again, what is yours? Just taking that time for self. I might enjoy a guided meditation. Or I might just be sitting with myself and choose a word and imagine breathing in peace, for instance, and breathing out anything that isn't aligned. I might choose to start my day by journaling. A couple of key thoughts, appreciations, gratitude. I change it up all the time. I'm a big proponent of affirmations, positive affirmation cards like by Louise Hay, or angel cards, not tarot cards. I'm not a tarot card person, but I like angel cards. Again, that they're uplifting messages, positive and reflective. I might do a guided meditation on an application like the Chopra app or the Calm app. There's a million apps out there. I may choose to sit and just think of positive aspects, things that I want to create in my life and manifest, a daydreaming session. So I mix it up, but anything that can encourage emotional resilience or cultivating a sense of love and joy and peace. And then I'm a big proponent of sitting in the stillness. Just being in the stillness and allowing creative thought to come in. Just observing, just like mindfulness teaches us, and observing if there's strong emotions that show up. and then explore those. I have tools in my toolbox, and I won't go into that here. Again, I can always assist you in building a strong practice. This is what I do with my clients. So I encourage you to explore various techniques, and I'll close out by just saying it's all about building consistency. It's all about greeting yourself with love and kindness and patience. And don't worry if you miss a day or you're struggling to stay focused. It's all about creating consistency, and over time, the focus will develop. It's always a journey, always. It's a continual journey of self-exploration, learning and growing, new ways to connect to yourself. But the key is doing it, cultivating a relationship with self, cultivating a time of being before you're doing. Now, and then I might go about stretching or doing some yoga. I do some form of exercise to get my blood going. But my day begins with this nice stillness practice. I hope this helps you in setting up your practice. I wish you all the best, and if I can assist in any way, please do reach out. Have a great day.